Hello. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's good? Welcome back. What's good? Welcome back to the channel. What's up, boys? How we doing? How we doing? Happy Sunday. It is March 29th. That means the first quarter of 2026 is about to end, and it feels like yesterday. Feels like yesterday we were in the great bear market of November and December. And we were all wondering what was going to happen in 2026. Everybody was saying it was going to be good. Some people were saying the end was here. It's crazy, huh? Things are just moving up and up. Up and up and up. But I'm happy to be here with all of you, sharing in this crazy experience where somehow all of us were born at the same time, alive at the same time, in the billions of years, a number most of us can't even comprehend. We are all connected together via the internet in a live stream talking about Pokemon investing. Isn't that crazy? So now that we have our existential crisis out of the way, let's get to the important things. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Hey, cheers. I loaded up a new 3 ounces for y'all. I just got off a telehealth appointment. Not related to my food poisoning, which, yes, I saw your messages. Thank you very much. I'm doing great. We're pretty much normal again. But because I got bit by a poisonous spider while I was mowing my yard. Cheers. Question to you guys. Do you want to see the bite? I will follow that up with, there's nothing nasty about it. It's just swollen. And we're okay. It's not like a brown recluse or anything like that. I got a little antibiotic prescription I got to go pick up today. You want to see it? Yes. If I see another yes, I'll show it. Okay, if you don't like health stuff, look away, but it's really not bad. There it is. This is the bite. And to be fair, it's a little less red today, but you can see the swelling here. See that? Now, I might become a superhero, but if my superhero is I have an itch, then I don't want this life. So I don't know if this is a bad omen, guys, for what's to come in quarter 2. I got bit. Yeah, I got bit. In your sleep, maybe. Don't put that in my mind, though. Don't put that in my mind. No, I definitely got bit outside. Because I remember it happened that day. I didn't have it, went to mow my yard, stopped mowing my yard, came back inside, saw I had a bite, but it looked like a sting. And I was like, huh, that's weird. I don't remember. And this is all very relevant to Pokemon. Trust me. Because life is Pokemon. Am I right? And I don't believe in tarot cards, but I do think that if I get bit by a spider and I'm wondering where the market's going to go next, clearly we need to invest in Joltik cards. Shrimp, I think you're onto something here. So we're doing okay. Luckily, it's not brown recluse, and you know what I'm talking about if you get by one of those. So we're, it's one health thing after another. We're just keeping it rolling, man. We're keeping it rolling. So, hey, cheers to that. Got our water. How will this affect LeBron's legacy? This is the type of question that I'm expecting today. Also, want to note something. This piece of hair not going down, do not talk about it. Thank you. Don't bring it up. My prescription is ready. Look at that. One thing after another. Yeah, and this is the most tragic, in my opinion, because I look like I'm 9. But again, we're not talking about that today. Perfect order is complete shit. There is nothing anybody can say to me to convince me otherwise. Let me greet everybody here in the chat. It's good to see all of you. Enough yap, start the show. Hey, brother, I got news for you. The show is yap. You know what I'm saying? Surging Sparks is the best set to ever exist, clearly. It's the only Pokemon with a butthole, and I'm pretty sure that has to count for something. Because if you think about it, what sells today? Gambling, promiscuous things, right? Hey, if you think pack openings and gambling and all that stuff is on the rise, which it is, Butthole Pikachu. I'm not sure where I'm going with this. PokeCollect, good to see you. Savages. What's up, brother? Charizard Lair, hello. Joe, good to see you. Pokebweller, my guy. Jake's, addicted to packs. Candace, hello. Pokemon Cores, what's up, brother? Insurer, Levi. Landbur, Sales, hello. I see even Perfect Order will pick up in price by next week. ETB, we're hitting 70 now, a few more before hitting 80. Guys, I'm not surprised. I've been saying it the whole time. Do not. We're going to talk about Perfect Order a little bit. All right. Let me go back to that comment. So, we've been clearly saying that Perfect Order is probably not going to MSRP. Look, it's like the only set that's available on a shelf right now. Of course, people are going to buy it. There's way too much demand in the space. It's obvious. But you're going to start seeing people coming out of the woodwork and they're going to go, you know what? Perfect Order is $80 in ETB. This set's actually pretty good. It happens every time. One scale or another, depending on how good the set is. But yeah, you're going to see a lot of people say Perfect Order is actually better than they thought because the price has gone up on it. But remember, I'm probably going to make a video about all the sets that I will never put any money in. I'll probably make that this week. This is one of them. I will never put money in the Perfect Order. I don't care. Unless I get like a PCTB at MSRP, but that's a little different. What's up, Roy? Glad you're here, bro. Glad you're here. Finally made it to a live. Hey, brother. We yap. Triple shot of espresso. Just a single for me. But I've had another single, so we're at 2. You still shitting your brains out? We're good. We're good, brother. Making my coffee right now. Black, just how you like it. All right. Okay. Yo, Chuck, how's it going? What's up, David? Show us your toes. You're going to have to donate a little bit more in order to see that, my friend. But I'm open to the offer. Let me just say, there's a price. There's a price. All right. But you're going to have to donate a little bit more. Let's see. 9 to 5 have been priced out. That's been the case for a long time. By the way, not just 9 to 5 people getting priced out. It's people who aren't using bots that are getting priced out. Let's be honest. We're layers beyond this. What are your thoughts on Riftbound? I like the IP. I think the cards look like ass, but the game seems to be fun and it's performing well. So I don't have a ton of thoughts on Riftbound, to be quite honest with you. I don't really know enough about it. I haven't played it. It seems good. It's kind of my general thoughts there. Got back in late. We already covered UFC. I didn't watch the card. Izzy needs to retire. How will this affect? Yes. Yeah, we saw that one. When do you know it's time to cash out part of your investments? It's a broad question, my friend, because that depends on your personal financial situation. And I cannot tell you, if you're a viewer watching, I can't know your situation, right? So that's up to you to decide. For me, there are some lines of thinking that you could use here. Like maybe you don't believe in the product anymore. Like you have a perfect order PCETB. You'd rather have that money parked somewhere else where you think there might be a higher return. That's a reason to cash out investments. There's something to be said about older stuff, maybe not going up as much. And I'm not talking vintage, I'm talking 5 years, where a lot of that growth happens in those first few years. And then maybe things, there's more sets that come out and demand shifts away. And there's an argument where for a lot of products and sets that you should not park your money in some of these like older things like Sun and Moon, for instance, right now. Some people would say that. Maybe you need the money for a bill. I don't know. So there's a lot of reasons why to cash out. I think the main one is that it's always good to take profit, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? And I think people need to remember that when we're in a bull market, in a high liquidity environment, you're going to want some cash at some point in the future, right? So, but personally, I tend to deploy my capital pretty quickly. What prescription are you on? I don't know. I think add meta. I think that might be right. Yeah. Whatever antibiotic. I don't think it's anything crazy. Gengar promo, Hunter promo. Yeah. What's up, Simba? It's shit, but definitely overhated. I don't think it's overhated. I don't think Perfect Order is overhated. I think it could be hated more, quite frankly. Chuck's hair not going down equal top of the market indicator. Facts. I love Perfect Order. There you go. Perfect Order is fun to rip in the bulk value, and returns make it very affordable just to rip into for fun. Yeah. I've never not had fun ripping a pack unless I paid a lot of money for it and got nothing. But that doesn't happen very often. Yeah, I mean, the ROI is probably not terrible on Perfect Order at MSRP, so go for it, Underrated. What's up, Limited? Canceled my PO from PKC. Maybe taking an L there. I don't know. It depends on the product, right? Morning, boys. Coffee check. Hey. Cheers. Would you trade a evolving box XY Evolutions box for Priz bundles or multiple of other good boxes? The problem with trades is that you're probably going to be taking an L on either fees or whatever. So in that event, I would say no. I like Evolutions. That was the set that got me back into Pokemon. So I wish I had a box. I'm actually quite jealous. And I would consider picking one up personally if it was minty. But I mean, I like Prismatic. And I think right now Prismatic is a pretty interesting buy going forward, as you probably know. What's up, sweet? Perfect Order is perfectly rated. Yeah, sounds about right to me. Hard skip. Yeah, probably true. Probably worth skipping. But guys, think about it. Like, I just said this in my last video. Bro, like, we have Perfect Order. Then we have Chaos Rising, which I think will perform better than people expect. But the set's pretty mid, let's be honest. If we have a Darkrai set after that, we're going to have like, I don't know, 6 months of just mid. Right? We'll see what happens. If they split Darkrai and Rayquaza, which I'm assuming they are, because that's been their strategy with cards, right? Smaller sets, etc. But yeah, I think the Rayquaza set will be the next set that comes out that I want a position on. What's up, Jay? Good to see you. Sounds like a good video. I don't know. Oh, yes. It's coming soon. Don't worry. Not a Perfect Order on eBay is insane. Yeah, bro. Joe Pfeiffer. He turned off the body cam, bro. What's up, Drabomac? By the way, okay. Bro. Who are you impressing by saying this? What do you think is happening when you say this? This is rage bait for me. Black coffee, cold brew, or sissy. I don't make the rules. Dude, I want to enjoy my coffee. And black coffee just sucks for the most part. Like, I want to have a lovely, enjoyable experience, not be like angry. What's wrong with a little sugar and cream, brother? Come on now. Nobody's ever complained about cream. Pokeplane, what's up, brother? There's a price for everything. Yeah. Guys, feel free to ask questions in the chat. We'll get rolling here. But I gotta be honest, this week I've been like a little off Pokemon because I was sick for like 3 or 4 days. And when you're sick, like, I don't know if y'all have been sick recently, but when I get sick, I don't care about anything. All I care about is how shitty I feel. So, like, when I don't care about eating, I'm definitely not caring about Pokemon. So I like consumed hardly any content, didn't pay attention to the market. I made my update, of course. That was about it. And then I kind of came back around Thursday, Friday. But it was interesting. It was an interesting feeling. And I think a good reset for the average person, just to not be like constantly caught in the loop of just, oh, here's a dollar going up here, a dollar going up there, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Interestingly, the thing I've been interested in the most is, you know, I'm obviously like sealed investing, modern, blah, blah, blah. But vintage, bro. Now, I know vintage has done vintage crazy things, but as an investor, I want to allocate a certain percentage of my money towards vintage. One, because it's cool, but two, like, pops are only going to get, well, they're going to stay the same basically, but demand is only going to increase. Pops are just going to get nuked. And I'm very much afraid that prices are never coming down for vintage. And that's just where we're going to be, because as the space grows, like, there's no more vintage coming to market. So, I don't know. It'd be good to have some allocation towards that. But the question is, like, where at this point? And I think this is where the collector mindset really can help a lot of people, is buying what you like. Because if you buy what you like, you're deploying your capital, which is important. You know, you're not really sitting on the sidelines. So that's a start. And you're probably buying something good if you have, like, oh God, there goes my camera. Let me plug it back in. Hello? There we go. You're probably buying something good. So people are going to want it in the future. And so maybe I'm overthinking like what I should buy, but I don't really know. Not to mention it's so expensive. Like, I want gold stars, obviously, but they're so expensive. They're so, like, am I going to buy a Flareon? I don't know, man. I don't know. Any vintage experts in the chat? Help me out, please. And by the way, vintage information, you got to be in the game to like really understand what is moving in vintage. Yeah, you can go check auctions and things like that, and that's a helpful tool. There's a wealth of information out there, but it's not like it being organized in a way that modern sealed investing content is, if that makes sense. So you kind of have to be plugged into the game, vending, know people, have taste, like understand pops and exclusivity, to know like what people are going to want. You know what I'm saying? So I think it'll be very interesting. No free plays, sorry. And there's a lot of gatekeeping too. But yeah, it's just super broad, like Shrimp is saying. You know, right now it's like very inorganic in a sense of like people are buying anything low pop because they can set their price and they're just passing it off to the next fool that buys that stuff, right? And that's kind of the game right now. But yeah, experience and vibe for vintage is key. I think what I will probably do is pick up a grail at some point this year and kind of mix in some other stuff. In addition to everything else that I'm doing, because I want to kind of expand that side of things. Uh, you know, that I think the potential is there. Of course, it's pretty. What's the word? The value is leaving us by the day, but there's still plenty of it out there. Grab a coffee and hit Bulbapedia. You'll find all kinds of cool cards most people don't know about. Would it be interesting at the end of the stream, once we've talked about everything and we've kind of, done our stuff, would it be fun for me to go on Bulbapedia and do that? Because I've never done that before. Would that be interesting to you guys for me to kind of poke around and just do that as like a person interested in this world, expanding my knowledge, etc.? I think that'd be fun. You know what I'm saying? Would that be cool? We can put some time to that. Nah, yes. Look, we're gonna have like at least another hour of just modern market, answering questions, all that stuff. But I don't know, man. That could be like an interesting experience, because quite frankly, as a creator, like, when we put out content, we want to know what we're talking about. This would be kind of an area where, I'm a little bit of a noob, admittedly. Finding exclusive Japanese promos that nobody's talking about, finding the pops on it, like going through that whole gauntlet, I think would be a really useful exercise for a lot of people, instead of just being like, yeah, 151's good. What do y'all think? I think I'm going to do it because that sounds fun. But yeah, don't worry. Hey, if you're not interested in that idea, don't worry. We're going to talk about other stuff here. Orion Sire's channel will get you on track for girl watching. Noted. Sword and Shield top set, sitting pretty, getting ready to explode. Bro, Sword and Shield is looking pretty good. Sword and Shield promos are very, very interesting to me. Very, very interesting to me. Shall we take a quick little peek? Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. By the way, what's the... Oh, Perfect Order got added. $1,000 set value at release. That's funny. Dude, I do like the Starmie, I'm not going to lie. I think it's kind of cool. It's like such a meme. Vintage PSA pops are crazy low compared to modern. Absolutely. Vintage is good. Cards aren't mid. Yeah. A lot of my investment is going into mid-era and anything before Sun and Moon. Yeah, but like, where is the value at? Where is the value? I mean, XY, kind of interesting. Like, nobody wants those cards. But like, I don't know, man. Mid-era is so expensive. It's like ridiculous. And I know Black and White is kind of starting to have a moment. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, obviously Diamond and Pearl. There's a lot of buzz around Diamond and Pearl low pop stuff, but what was I doing again? Oh yeah, Sword and Shield promos. Let's take a look. Now, there's some interesting stuff here. For sure. I think like I think the Sword and Shield UPC promos are pretty cheap. Like sub $100, a $500 UPC, and these are like 3 incredible Charizard arts. And this one has Mewtwo in it, $70 near mint. This one is $39, bro. And it's like the Godzilla Charizard. Am I crazy? What is it in a 10? $400? $37? So seems like a pretty low gem rate. Kind of feels like a no-brainer to me. Vaporeon, from the collection box. All three of these I think are really, really solid. $710, $76 near mint. That will probably be over $100. What is this Flareon from? This isn't the Flareon promo from the Flareon box, right? What's the Flareon V from? But that's a nice art too. And then you have the Jolteon VMAX, $59, and you have this art, bro. Am I crazy? Are these kind of undervalued? Vaporeon V, Jolteon V. Here's the Flareon VMAX promo. I love this Charizard as well. I'm a big fan. $45. This is actually my favorite out of the three. These Charizard promos are probably undervalued. I know there's a lot of them, though. That's kind of the problem, isn't it? And they're, you know, yeah, we'll see. Dude, this Arceus V, $115 box with this promo, 510, $20 raw, $20. $20, guys. And if you grade it in a 9, it's worth 40. So you make a little bit of money back if you miss on a 10. Or you don't have as big of a loss, right? But $20, I guess like sourcing these is going to be pretty hard at this point because there are fewer 10 contenders out in the wild. But like for $20 raw, what is the downside on this card? Because this is a good art. This is a great art. I think like Sword and Shield is pretty undervalued. And these promos are solid. Galarian, Moltres, Shinji art. Nobody cares about Shinji anymore. But this is a cool art. What is it currently going for on TCG Player? $15, moving up slowly, confidently. Kind of interesting. Not a lot of downside there. 10s are getting way more expensive as Crown Zenith packs go up in price. You know, I guess the problem is you can get a 4-pack 10 with this promo inside. You know what I mean? But that's an interesting promo. What else? I'm not super interested in regular ETB promos. There's probably some stamp stuff that's good here. Did I miss anything? I love the special delivery cards. I'll probably start collecting these at some point. I'm a big fan of the USPS, so these are really cool to me. Special delivery Charizard, $174. Doesn't seem that bad. What is this card? Pikachu. 3 starters. Some promo. I don't know what that's from. Probably some box from a while ago. But yeah, there's some stuff here. Let's take a look at Scarlet and Violet promos. Because there's probably more great ability here. Now, it seems like a lot of them are either stamped or just like ETB promos or whatever. The Greninja at $80. The Mew at $78. Like this is interesting. This is an interesting card. This is, first of all, it's an absolute banger. I know it's gone up quite a bit. But it's $1,000 UPC. 800 and a 10. Pretty brutal. I think I still have 2 sealed of these, or maybe 1 sealed and 1 raw. But I might just hold on to those at this point. I'll probably sell them while I'm vending if I can, but yeah. Seems pretty fire. What else do we got? The Mewtwo, obviously, same deal. Has gone up. Probably also a rough gem rate on this guy. If I had to guess, without looking it up, of course. But not a ton else here from what I'm seeing. Food Eevee. This has been flat for a long time. Now we are getting more product, I think, this summer. or Fruit Eevee. But this is an interesting promo to me. It's not like my favorite art in the world, but look, it's a prismatic promo out of the best product and one of the best sets. So it's been flat forever, and I think it's somewhat hard to grade. But like, I don't know, 29, 30 bucks doesn't seem that bad to me, if you ask me, though. But what do I know? 151 promos are probably going to keep moving up as well. This Pikachu from the, was this the Paldean Adventure chest? Pretty interesting. This is a great card, by the way. $19. This will probably go up in price. $179 in a 10. I don't know, brother. This is just some shit. I'm just expanding my ball knowledge, guys. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do. I know we don't come here to talk about promos and plays, but like, it's all connected. And if there's opportunity, we gotta talk about it, brother. You know what I'm saying? The Victini, this was like $6 or $7. Now it's up to 10. Pretty good promo. Not mind blowing, but like, this is a good play. Probably. Genji Magneton's a great promo as well. Surging, it's on its way out. Destined Rival staff promos. Ooh. Yeah. Where are those at? Are they on here? Also the Kingdra. Can't forget the Kingdra. The Charmander's good too. Of course. But yeah. Just some thoughts I'm having, man. Just some thoughts. Yo. Oh. John Gotti. Hey, John Gotti. Would you hold on to a Chilling Reign box or sell? Personally, I have 5. I'm holding all of my good Sword and Shield sets. Yes, I would consider Chilling Reign to be a good Sword and Shield set. Is it better than Lost Origin Fusion Evolving? No, but it's solid. And I don't see any reason to sell them right now if I don't need the money. That's my personal situation. I will say Sword and Shield will eventually have its day. And when the prices go up, I will probably look at selling all of my busted up boxes because, dude, I got some chilling boxes that just look insane. The wrappings are loose. Like, they look bad. That's the type of stuff I want to sell in a high liquidity environment because I'm going to be moving out of my best sets. Or I'm going to be moving out of my sets that aren't the best sets and continue to funnel that money into, the best sets like Prismatic or Ascended Heroes or, stuff like that, or grading plays or whatever it may be. Right. So just a thought. Just a thought. Thank you for the donation, bro. I do really, really appreciate that. You're the best. What's up, DC? Naptime Eevee, a banger. Yeah, it's very good. Mew, awesome too. Good to see you, Jimbo. Hope you're doing well. Mega Attack Rare Gardevoir promo is only $10 right now. Yeah. Probably that and the Lucario. What's the Lucario at? Probably a few bucks more, right? Those promos are okay. They're not mind-blowing or anything, but they're all right. They're all right. Special delivery cards will age well, especially with the Pikachu's gym rate. Yeah. Yeah, I personally love those cards. I will probably pick some up here pretty soon. TBH. I'm a big fan. I love them. And that's that collector dog mindset. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be more of a collector, collector type guy. Huge run in 2025. It's not normal to have another run twice in a year. Wanted to get your thoughts on pulling the trigger earlier on sets you feel strong conviction towards. I sense a lot of people are holding onto the methods of old. I'm going to wait. What is specifically your question? Because my answer is generally when I see opportunity on a very good set, I am making moves. You know what I'm saying? And I've been doing that since I've basically started investing. So, because my mindset is longer than most people's in this space. And actually, being a creator helps me with that a lot because it keeps me tethered to the space, which is an advantage, admittedly, that I've been given. But yeah, man, I'm deploying my money. Like I bought a case of Ascended Heroes for $11.50, and I bought 5 loose ETBs around 100 each, and 1 at MSRP. Shout out. So yeah, I'm putting my money down, brother. Do you think Ascended will go back down to 100? I mean, it's certainly possible. I mean, shall we pull up Ascended Heroes? Because it's playing out exactly like how I would thought it was going to play out, which is not to say I'm a genius, but it's just a reflection of how I see the market. Nothing is coming down as long as there's no product to hit the market, guys. Okay. These at $100, I was saying this is, you know, for a while I was like, I'll be honest, I was like, yeah, maybe if it gets down to 90, 80. Then I quickly realized that that wasn't going to happen because I looked at the volume of sales on TCG Player. And if you look at the monthly, you're talking like multiple hundreds a day on the way down. So I was like, yeah, we're not going to hit 90. So I quickly pivoted my expectations and my targets, and I started deploying my capital right then and there, which is why I got my case and I got my loose ETBs. Because then I said, guys, we're probably going up to 110. It'll be 120, 130, potentially even 150, because we're getting our wave of ETBs here. The problem is it takes time to print product. And they have a lot of stuff they got to worry about. And they can't do everything all at once. So it will be weeks or months between this ETB print and the next one. And so now ETBs are selling for nearly $130. They're well in the 120s at this point. So here we are. It's certainly possible that they go back down to $100. Anything is possible. But you have to ask how. The question is, how does it get to $100? Well, demand has to drop first and foremost, which is possible given the state of the world, but that has not affected Pokemon yet. In fact, it's kind of had an adverse effect. Pokemon and collectibles in general have grown as an asset class. You can say it's cringe to call Pokemon an asset. I think it's fair to say that at this point, to be honest with you. But that, I digress. That's not super relevant. Okay, so now you're asking, how does the price drop? Demand needs to drop and there needs to be more product. Typically, both need to happen for that to drop. If we get a massive ETB print right now, I think they would go to 100. But there's no announcement, no time frame, no word of that happening. Maybe it's this summer, but okay, let's say we get another ETB reprint in May. That is, let's say 2 months from now, we get another ETB reprint, which would be like a pretty quick turnaround for Pokemon. Where do you think the price of Ascended ETBs will be this time in May, at the end of May, May 29th? What price do you think Ascended Heroes ETBs will be when you consider how much it's being ripped, how much product is being ripped? When? Where? Where's it going? It ain't going down. It ain't going down. You know what I'm saying? So 2 months from now, if we don't get more Elite Trainer boxes in significant quantity, these will probably be 130, 140, 150. And that's just the way it is. The S tier sets go up in price when there's no product. And that's just simply how it works. And a perfect example right now, the most relevant set to talk about is actually prismatic. Prismatic evolutions. We're clearly getting a, we just got an ETB drop. It was like 300,000 boxes on Walmart. By the way, I go out sick for 3 days and Walmart drops 300,000 prismatic elite training boxes. What the hell? Who is responsible for this? But like, these were $210, $220. Now on TCG Player, they are 170 market. 170 market pretty clearly. So yeah, it has affected the price a bit. It's dropped, what is the math, from 213 to 170. What is the percentage? 20%. So yeah, instant 20% drop. But look at the volume coming in. This was yesterday. At $170, guys, they are getting shredded, eaten alive. 108 items sold. It's March 29th. It's 11:30 my time. We've already had 19 sales. This is one platform, by the way. So I'm not sure I'm seeing it going below 170 for real. Yeah, it's mostly bots that got it, but that doesn't really matter because the fact is the product is going out there. A lot of it's getting sold to rip and ships. A lot of it's getting sold to investors. A lot of it's getting sold to collectors, right? Doesn't really matter. The fact is the demand is there when price drops. So if Ascended Heroes goes back down to $100, there's going to be a lot of money floating in on Ascended Heroes at $100. It's not that complicated. So that's kind of that. That's kind of that. This $170 price point, it ain't going to last. It's not. It's not going to last long. You're talking weeks, potentially. Maybe shorter. And if you're looking to deploy some capital on Prismatic, probably a decent opportunity right now at 170. I would argue it's a better place to put your money than Ascended at 130. I'm not buying Ascended for 130. It's a little too rich for me. A little too rich for me. I already made my moves at, around 100. So 170, 180 for a Prismatic, a set that's, over a year old, rotates out in April next year. Remember, a year from now, a year in print. It's a reasonable, it's a pretty reasonable investment. Let's be honest. How many Evo boxes do you have? I have two. I got two of them bad boys. I wish I had more, trust me, but I'm happy with what I have. If you aren't happy with your Prismatic position, now is absolutely the time to buy. I tend to agree. I love buying on reprints, restocks. Love doing that. It makes the most sense. Why would you not? Why would you not buy Prismatic on 170? Would be my question. Perhaps you see other opportunity in the market. That's totally fine. But I see opportunity here, and it's available. When do you plan to sell off your Evo? A long time, bro. I plan to hold Evolving for a long time. I was buying Hidden Fates at 120, and people thought I was crazy since it got hella reprints. Yeah, that was a different time, though. When Hidden Fates was 120, we were in a much different environment. So, yeah, I think that's pretty interesting. There will hopefully be more opportunities for AH to buy. There will be. Trust me, there will be. Absolutely. And we haven't even gotten bundles yet. Those are coming out next month. They're selling for 500 here in Canada. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Let's see. Ascended has sold as many ETBs on TCG in the past 2 months as Prezi has sold in the last 12. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. 12,000 Prismatic Elite Trainer boxes, guys. Since release, 12,000. But, that's a little skewed because that doesn't include Prismatic. Right after it came out, there was a decent amount of volume there. So I understand, though. But it is crazy. That is insane. Ascended Heroes is a beast in the making. Absolutely. Do you know anything about when that new facility is going up and running? Yeah, I mean, based on all the news articles and the statements put out, we can expect some capacity to be done this year, most of the capacity to be done next year, and finalized in 2028. So it's kind of going to be catching up to what's going on now, which is why a lot of people are concerned about sets that are rotating out either in 2028, especially 2029. You know, Perfect Order rotates out in 2029. So, yeah, pretty interesting there. Do you think Evo passes Cosmic? It shouldn't. If it does, that probably means Cosmic is undervalued. I don't think it should pass Cosmic, but Evo's great. Evo's very good. My answer to that would be no. I don't think it will, but it's certainly possible. Certainly possible. Ascended opportunities are going to end up in bundles. They're going to print the shit out of those bundles. Guaranteed. I'm not paying $60 for a bundle on release, though. No way. I'll pay under 50, but they're probably not going to be under 50, right? So, I don't know. I haven't really thought about my plan for Ascended bundles. I might I can't justify buying bundles when ETBs are available. And they're both elevated in price, but one's clearly better. It's a better product than the other. We'll have to see what the prices are and kind of evaluate then, but I'm not super crazy about buying Ascended bundles at market post-release. That just doesn't make any sense. Saving most of my cash for bundles when it's time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I agree. Prismatic PCTB is not moving an inch. Well, they just moved up a bunch, right? What are they now? Yeah, they're not moving an inch, but they're, selling for $550. So, yeah. Yeah, not moving an inch, by the way. Is this what you mean? I don't know. Definitely coming to Sam's. I'll wait. Yeah. Tend to agree, my friend. It's wild to think that Evo will be 10K booster box inevitably. Yep. Almost certainly. Probably in the next 5 years. Prizia is only 1 year ahead, not 2 to 3 ahead. Yeah, correct. Ascended is Mega Beast. I'm buying Ascended ETB in Brazil for 60. Yo, Poke Trip community trip to Brazil soon? Hello? Ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ah. What's the dance called? I can't dance. all the TikTok edits of soccer players. Yeah, you guys ever see the videos of the soccer GMs, and they're walking out on the field, and then there's the logo on the ground, and then they almost walk into the logo, and then they go, and they apologize for almost walking into the logo, and they're like, sorry. Those are my favorite videos. It's so funny. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Hey, almost stepped on a logo. That shit's crazy. Oh, camera gone. It's coming back. Don't worry. There we go. If I bump the cord to my camera, it just goes away. So, sorry. When Ascended bundles released to sales, volumes on ETVs will tank. I think that's probably a fair assessment. Yeah, it'll be a lower entry point for a lot of people. With Ascended, really the only thing you can buy is Elite Trainer boxes. So, the data might be skewed for them. We'll definitely see how they get affected. It'll be very interesting. There will be no ETBs left. I think the staggered release schedule has absolutely fueled that. What a shit show. Scooped a couple ETB cases. It's already taken off. I'm glad I jumped. Set is 2 stacked. Yeah, no, I agree. Congrats. 100% their bottom is going to be around 60. Bro, you're trolling. DB prices might be too overpriced at the moment. I kind of agree with that, but their bottom is not $60. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. Prismatic bundles going up a little. Black. Are we still doing this, by the way? Are we still saying that like the bottom for Ascended is going to be 60? Black Bolt PCTBs are encroaching $300. Yeah, bro. I remember saying under $200 that they were like such easy buys. The set was good. Like, what are we doing? Easy buys. We'll see a ton of VTBs come to market even after all the products are released. Yeah, certainly. It's crazy that some people put away money in a 3% account. If you had 100K now and the right products to put it in, you can double your money in 2 to 3 years. Flex, while I agree in the potential of Pokemon, I think this type of thinking is a little dangerous because you are making a lot of assumptions with a lot of money. Obviously, there's a lot of factors at play here, but like, you know, I think people, yeah, I mean, a lot of people need a little more financial education as far as how to invest. That's definitely a problem. But there's nothing wrong with having some money in like a high yield savings account, like an emergency fund. Or, you know, if you're planning on buying a house in the next few years, usually the rule of thumb is to like have that money sitting in a high yield savings account because 3 years in investing is a very short time horizon. But yeah. But like, yeah, I mean, I invest a lot in Pokemon. So what am I saying? Lots of people missed out on Prismatic and now don't want to miss out on Ascended. Yeah, that's, I think 151 flew. So Prismatic got more confidence from that. Prismatic has gone through the gauntlet of being printed into absolute oblivion, and yet it is still nearly $200, was over $200. And now there's so much confidence in the market. People can never, ever expect prices to ever drop, which is, you know, I do understand the thinking, but I'm also like, let's just keep our expectations in mind here. You know, historically 7 to 10%, a 10% return in Pokemon was like kind of the norm. And that was actually quite good. So I wouldn't pay over 150 for Priz ETBs. Just load up when GameStop releases if you want to buy more. Yeah, that's fair. I didn't go to GameStop to do pre-orders. Am I too late, guys? Feels like I'm too late. How do I know a card is undervalued? That's a that's hard to answer in just one deal. International English ETB is definitely a play. Yeah, it seems kind of insane, to be honest. You can also buy a house in Brazil for $60. Dude, I'm down. Chuck, did you see that? What is that? What is that symbol? What is that symbol? New Ronaldinho doc drops on Netflix in 2 weeks. So hype. Hell yeah. Hard to see Ascended ETBs. I'm sorry. Hard to see Ascended going under $10 a pack anytime soon. I mean, I could see that happening. Chuck, do you play chess? I have played chess. I don't play chess like that. But, you know, I'm kind of interested. I'm probably pretty bad. I like board games like Catan. I'm very interested in Catan at the moment. I love resources. You know what I realized about Catan that I love? And this ties back to my problem in life. I like in Catan to get a bunch of resources and have a bunch of resources. And I like to do the same in real life. I like to buy Pokemon product and have a bunch of Pokemon product. So, what does that say about me? I don't know. I think I'm too money focused. They started selling products here at MSRP. Brother Yuri, hey, we're friends, man. Hey, we're friends. How much is it to ship out of Brazil, brother? You know what I'm saying? Come on. Come on now. Come on now. Thoughts on investing posters as opposed to ETBs? I'm not crazy about these little poster boxes. I will say this. I was lucky enough to get a case of prismatic posters and a case of 151 posters. So sometimes the opportunities, they're just going to present themselves, and that's a little different. But choosing that over ETBs when I have the options, it just doesn't make any sense. But the posters they're pretty cool this time around. But it's the ETBs, man. That's the one. Weighing up how the evolved box or two surging boxes, which is better? Ooh, it's kind of a tough one, but I think I lean towards two surging. You get a little. I think the set is about as good as Paldea Evolved, and it's relatively cheap right now. I think there's a lot of growth ahead for Surging Sparks, and you also have the option of selling one in the future, which is important for some people. But I kind of view Paldea Evolved and Surging like similarly. Like they're pretty good sets. They're good boxes for the era. They're not incredible. So I tend to lean towards the one that has maybe it's priced a little bit more efficiently, if that makes sense. I just wouldn't buy Paldea Evolved at these prices right now. I was screaming buying them for months, I tell you. And I have a couple that I got at, $80. I still have the two that I have that I got at $80 from the TikTok shop, boy. If you know. Yep, the Ascended ETBs look different than American. They look smaller and cheaper. Interesting. Did you see Alexa Grasso KO last night? I did. Yeah, that was brutal. That was brutal. I'm glad that Macy Barber's okay, though. That was crazy. Everything is overpriced, pretty much. Is it, though? It's easy to say that everything is overpriced, but it's all relative to demand, right? You mean 60 for a bundle? Yeah. I did mean for a... Oh, yeah. Sorry. My apologies, yeah. So even 60 is too much for me for Ascended. Bro, like, why would you pay $60 for an Ascended bundle when you can just spend $10 more and get a prismatic bundle? Am I stupid? Legitimately give me the reasons. Because they don't exist. When Ascended bundles come out, dude, these are going to go up. Like, there's going to be money pouring into these. How long have we been saying buy prismatic bundles, guys? How many videos do I need to make? You know what I'm saying? It's just so obvious. I'm not going to apologize for making videos about prismatic. I'm going to make videos about plays that are good. I'm sorry. That's just what I got to do, man. It's what I got to do. Chuck, Lorcana is absolutely popping off and gaining a lot of interest. Worth possibly checking out as a possible One Piece type situation. Fabled booster boxes just hit 300. 138 gold Mickey sale. Look, man, I've seen the opportunity in Lorcana. I remember TRJ, the boy. Shout out, Joey. Hope you're doing well, brother. Let's get something going soon. First chapter boxes were pretty cheap. Fabled boxes had just come out. So people saw the iconic cards. They saw the potential there. I didn't buy any. I don't like Lorcana like that. I understand that, you don't have to like something to invest in it. But for me, that matters more than I want to admit. And I just feel more comfortable in Pokemon, quite frankly, One Piece. I have a little One Piece. I've been watching the show. I'm on Skypea. Yep. So yeah, I mean, I think it's great. I look, when other TCGs do well, that's great for the space, guys. It's not a competition. I mean, it is kind of competition because they do kind of directly compete with each other. But I'm happy when other TCGs rip because that just signals the strength of the market that we're in. I have no problems with that. Pokémon Internacional started distributing English Pokemon products in Brazil after Mega Evolution. Yep. Even if you don't double your money, the worst set still did 5% plus. Yeah. Even bad sets in Pokemon outperform a lot of things. I mean, we already know that, but really it puts things into perspective, doesn't it? If you have money in Pokemon, you're good, brother. At the end of the day, that's all you really need to know. Of course, we like to talk about the minute details, but because it's fun and it's interesting, we can kind of maximize our ROI. But like ultimately, if you put money in Pokemon, you're going to be doing all right. Diversification matters. Yeah, that's a bigger conversation to have than me talking to you with no discourse. We will have a correction, but this is cyclical, just like everything in life. I agree. But I don't think that correction is... I don't sense a correction happening anytime soon. I sense that happening when we start getting winds and wave sets, potentially. I think megas are just too popular really to fail. Even bad sets, like there's still enough good sets out there for people to buy. But even Perfect Order is like outperforming people's expectations. Like it's still fun to rip. You know, yeah, it's not Ascended Heroes, but like it's available to people and they're having fun opening it. And like that's kind of what Pokemon is. Like Pokemon's just a beast. I went to Barnes & Noble for Perfect Order, peeped another Zard UPC, got my yacht on pre-order. There you go, brother. Nice. Those Zard UPCs are pretty good. Prismatic figure collection is undervalued. More packs and better promos than the ETB. It is good. Is it undervalued? Isn't it like $200? Undervalued. Maybe it is, bro. Bro, you know what I'm not seeing people talk about that much? The prices of prismatic cards going up. Dude, the Espeon is $240. Yeah, we talk about the Umbreon, but like everything is going up, dude. These are $185. Pretty wild. These cards are going to do extremely well. Extremely well. I mean, they are doing well. What can you say? Obviously, I'm talking about disposable income and not somebody's life savings. Yeah, I know, Flex. Trust me, I'm with you, bro. Don't worry. You don't have to explain yourself. We will have a correction, but this is cyclical, just like every other market. Did I already read that? Prismatic or Ascended, what's better? I mean, dealer's choice. I think a lot of people would say Ascended Heroes is better, but like Prismatic is in the conversation. It's evolutions. Like, don't overthink it. Don't worry about like which one is better than the other. They're both S tier. That's what matters. Just look for opportunity. Just look at opportunity, bro. You know what I'm saying? GameStop Gengar promo at 100. So what's the deal with the Gengar promo? How do you get the promo? How do you get this promo? What do you have to pre-order to get it? To get the promo? Yeah, you don't even buy a house $60 in favela, bro. Yeah, I don't think he was being serious. I have 2 evolving boxes and 1 unbroken bonds. Would you sell the unbroken bonds for 1 more evolving or hold it? Well, I'm not super into selling something that's good to buy something that's good. I would just hold all of them. I actually think unbroken bonds is like a bit undervalued at the moment. I'm keeping an eye on an auction right now. Around $2,000. It seems like a freaking no-brainer to me. Personally, I would rather have evolving though if I had to choose between the two. But if you already have it, it's like, you know, unless you can get full market for it and then get evolving at a good deal and it's like a minty box, like there's just kind of a lot more steps that are embedded in this question than I think people realize. Thoughts on Paradox singles, PSA 10s as it rotates out? I think they'll go up in price, but I don't know. I'm not putting money out in Paradox singles. I'd rather buy Sword and Shield promos, personally. But like the Groudon's moving up. I think Roaring Moon's a bit undervalued. I think a lot of these cards are a little bit undervalued. But, you know, like Steelix, Yveltal, Iron Valiant. Swablu's getting some traction. The Mantike is one of my favorite cards, period. This card's amazing. But yeah, Groudon, probably best in class in this set, obviously. Posters are dope. I hate storing them, yeah. Chuck is confirmed evil capitalist. More than I want to admit. Thinking of selling some Phantasmal boxes and buying the dip on Prismatic. Thoughts? I don't hate this play. I don't hate that play at all. But, yeah. What are your thoughts on sets coming, especially the Rayquaza? I don't have much to say because we don't know anything yet. But I would love to get cases of a Rayquaza set if the card is good. Because it's going to do well. No doubt about it, my friend. No doubt about it. Let me try to catch up to the chat here. I'm like 10 minutes behind. Great Tuscan Sea and Skyboxes to play instead of the stuff that's going to keep being printed. Yeah, I mean, the play on these was when they were $100, though. That's kind of my problem with it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of my problem with it. But yeah, I think like Pally Evolved is going to continue to perform extremely well. I do believe this to be true. Absolutely. Let's take a quick look on Ready Mark. It's always interesting to see what's added in the 24-hour access. I haven't checked today. Got some cards here. Very interesting. Ooh. LP Blastoise, 135. Not bad, not bad. Very light played Zard. Gone. Oh, we got some first partner promos. There you go. These nobody wants these two. Poplio. Chinese Magikarp. Interesting. Here's an Obsidian Zard. Oh man, I missed all these. What the heck? Oh, dude, rip. I probably would have bought those. Quite frankly. Interesting. All right. Let's scroll down a little bit. Oh, God. Sorry if I'm missing your comments, but I am going to try to catch up here. Palliacarp in a 10 is going to perform very well. Yeah, I think so. That's a good card, and it's such a low gem rate. It's hard for me to see Acidity TPs hit below 115 in the future with 2 dud sets back to back. People are going to be focused. Yeah, I just made a whole video about this basically. But yeah, I agree. Brazil has smaller ETBs. Okay. Sitting on 67 bundles, not enough. Yeah, I feel you there. My only issue with bundles is storing them individually and cases are hella expensive. Yeah. I would say they're pretty easy to store. I think the bigger problem is selling them individually in the future. If you don't have like a good method of doing so, it's going to take some time to like kind of offload those. Please don't yell at us, Chuck. I listen to you. Put all my life savings in prismatic bundles. I will keep yelling at you about prismatic. Love your opinion on what I should sell, keep in my collection. Want to review my collector portfolio? Yeah, throw it in the Discord. In the submission tab. Markboy Joy is terrible with investment advice. I don't agree. Thoughts on Final Fantasy TCG? I have no thoughts. But I can never lift a Mickey Mouse boat. There you go. Stupid perfect order bundles, taller. Did they get anything right with this? Yeah, they changed the size of the box. Well, why did they do that? Now it's like half an inch taller than the other bundles. It's kind of ridiculous, but I don't know. Maybe the quality of the cards will be better inside. What's more likely to be the next MetaZoo, Pokemon or Lorcana? I think the answer is obvious. Yeah, of course. Pokemon's the blue chip, bro. That's all you need to know. But it doesn't mean there's not opportunity in other places. Where's my Mega Gyarados? It's hopefully it comes soon, man. 4th case of Vicinity TBs just came in. Let's go, dude. Nice. Pokemon's good to see you. This is crazy. Can we say Prismatic is the all-time best set in Pokemon? No matter how much they print, it remains unfazed. Also, have you heard of the bundle displays? Apparently, they're short printed. I have. No, it is not the best set in Pokemon of all time, although it is a great set. No matter how much they print, it remains unfazed. Demand in Pokemon goes burr, you know. Everything is up, though. Keep that in mind. But yeah, Prismatic's a beast. No pre-order? Just spend 15 at GameStop? Are you serious? You just show up and spend 15 to get the promo? Wait, am I dumb? Can you still get those? You just had to spend 15 worth of Pokemon at GameStop for perfect order release. Oh. Can't get the promo anymore. Is available in store on the 27th. Oh, just that day. Interesting. Like the stream. I remember when this dude had 1,000 subs. He's cooking. Kino, I remember when you were here when I had 1,000 subs. Guys, if you do like the stream, I would greatly appreciate it. It does help out your boy quite a bit. So if you've enjoyed your time here today, it is free to do. And it helps me out, man. So like and all that. Oh, camera's gone. We're back. I wouldn't sell either. Tag team sets have their own value. They'll spike soon enough. Facts. Love me some tag teams. Do you think Prismatic will be the next 151 around next year this time? I do, actually. Could be better. Could be worse. But yeah, I think similar. Actually, Prismatic has outperformed 151 in the same amount of time that it's been out, interestingly enough. Which kind of makes sense, right? But it goes without saying, despite how much product has been out for Prismatic, it's been ripping. Just crazy. You think we'll get a Mega Gyarados set? There's no announcements for that. It's not happening this year. You know? Have you seen the Chrome Mewtwo and Mew leaks? No. Are they real? I mean, I saw the teaser, but are there leaks that are out there, guys? Pull up 30th anniversary Mewtwo leak ASAP. Can somebody post it in the Discord? I don't think it's real. The Mewtwo has 4 fingers. Yeah. Yeah, it seems... Is it real? I don't know. Is it in the in Discord? Yeah, by the way, guys, Prismatic bundles are $80 on TCG Player. And moving up. Your opportunities to buy Prismatic are dwindling greatly. Greatly, my friend. Chrome Mewtwo fake. All right. No worries, no worries. Thinking about moving. What's up, Racer1? Good to see you. Giveaway winner, by the way, if I remember correctly. Thinking about moving a Lost Origin booster box with 2 very small holes. The liquidity is too good right now, so I can at least break even on it while I can. Yeah, I'm curious as to how you acquired this box. If you're breaking even on it. I mean, liquidity is there. You'd probably be fine holding it too, quite frankly. Like, I think Sword and Shield is going to do some good things this year, but I don't know, bro. It's hard to say without seeing a picture or and all that. Thoughts on first partner collection? I think it's cool. I think it's a great product. I think the cards are very nice. I think it's a little overvalued if you're asking me, so I'm not buying it. I'm certainly not investing in it, but it could be one of those things that maybe there's not a ton of product long term and it just does really well. It's hard to say. But seems like a good product to me. I have no problems with it. People seem to be really excited about it. Also, guys, I did announce last week that I wanted to do a stream and kind of do like a hangout thing where like people are, like creators in the space, like they can pop in anytime. I remember DJ did that a while ago. Shout out DJ. Hope you're doing well, brother. I'm gonna try to do that this week. I wanted to do it this past week, but I had food poisoning. It just didn't work out. I was tired coming off of that, and I would like to have that scheduled coming up here. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm thinking. Let me look at my calendar. I'm thinking maybe Thursday night for me, but because I have a pretty open week for the most part. Thursdays typically are pretty good for me. So we'll see. Maybe I'll do like Wednesday. Post it in the general chat. All right. Are these real? What gave you food poisoning? Shrimp. I ate some shrimp. Let's take a look at these leaks. I don't know. So just keep in mind, guys, like, I don't know how real these are, but, they're probably not. It seems a little early, but they do look kind of good. Am I crazy? Like the texturing looks really solid. It kind of looks like something that looks real. Are these confirmed fake? LEGIP. You know what I'm saying? Here's the Mewtwo Chrome, and they did tease the Chrome. I'm trying to look for like signs of like AI or something. Leak pick quality is always so poor. This is pretty good though. This is for a leak. Isn't the stamp wrong? Well, not necessarily. 150 out of 151. This is 151 out of 151. Well, guys, I know the stamp looks different than the first partner stamp, but like we don't know what's in the set yet. So it is a big old stamp on it, but I don't hate it. I mean, this card rocks, first of all. But it could not be real. Last time every stamp was the same. I mean, it would be kind of lame if they just did the same 25th stamp, but with a 30. Just like the first partner stamps. I don't know. It's hard to say, but like Japanese stamp different. That's true. It was different in the 25th, guys. This is true. This is true. Like, I don't take leaks super seriously, but if you remember, dude, it is a while before this set comes out. Like a long time. Like this set's probably coming out in October. That's a long time to be getting leaks away. But we did get Greninja leaked from Chaos Rising way before it came out, and in English. So I don't know. I'm not taking this super seriously, but the texturing looks pretty legit, bro. Like, if this is fake, this is a really good fake. Am I crazy? This kind of looks legit. Like this is one of the better fakes you'll see. I think they're pretty cool. I kind of like them. And I don't like the chrome generally speaking, but like I'm not hating this. I just wonder if they're real or not. Like look at the texture. It kind of looks interesting. Where did this come from is my question. The person who posted this in Discord, where did you hear about this leak is my question to you. Now, if these are real, looks a bit glossy. This one looks less, this one's less or lower res for sure than the Mew. But they look extremely similar. The styles are the same. Now, what's different about them? What does it say down here? Because this text is the same on both cards. You see what I'm saying? Does that matter? I guess they're a little different. Same group that leaked their Greninja. Chuck, look at the background. It's pixel perfect, the same background. What do you mean? What does that mean? It's pixel perfect? Call the artist and ask him? No, don't do that. Okay. I think they're referring to the white background. Oh. I see what you're saying. They are quite literally in the exact same spot. The original version of the Mewtwo had 4 fingers. When it got called out on social media, the OP swapped the photo with a new one. Very sus. Okay, so we have this information, which I'm going to take your word for it, I guess. And sorry, that sounded way more sassy than I meant it to. But yeah, the table, same background, guys. Same positioning. Literally no difference in movement. How is that possible? Do you see this? That's my sus. I'm sussing out over that. Definitely. Also, look at this, guys. I just noticed something. Look at Pikachu's mouth on this Mewtwo. I know it might be harder for you to see. Look at Pikachu's mouth. Look at Pikachu's mouth. Has a little dimple, or like a little one of these. This one doesn't. Now notice the difference between the Pikachu on the stamp. Look at the mouth. Am I bugging? It's pretty different, huh? I think these are fake. Look at the Pikachu mouth. There's no way it should be that different. There's no way that they would be that different. See? Look at the mouth. Nah, I think these are fake. Eyes look different. They do. The whole Pikachu looks a little different, in my opinion. Yeah, look at the left eye on Pikachu. Look at the left eye. Here, let's zoom in so you can see. The eyes look different. You can see the little iris on this one is more centered than this one. This one's higher up. See? Centered, higher up. More centered, higher up. I think they're fake. I think they're fake. Yeah, they're fake. Almost certainly. Well, that was kind of fun. I think they're fake. But I was convinced those are good fakes. AI is getting crazy. Pretty interesting. There's no way that the stamps will be that different, like card to card, when the stamps are supposed to be the same. Ascended Heroes mini tins that have been at CVS got 2 full display boxes with the box just now. Is there a way to check online stock, or do you just got to pull up? That's kind of interesting. W investigative work. Good call on the iris, bro. Bro, I spend way too much time in the Pokemon space. All right. You guys had a great call on the background. That was incredibly sus. I called the local stores near me. Damn, you're a monster. I'm not gonna lie, I like never go out to look for product at all. I'm just like can't be bothered. Don't be boomers. Don't fall for AI like that. I mean, it's a pretty good fake. It's worth, you know, a lot of people are going to be talking about it online. It's worth kind of doing our due diligence. Run it through an AI checker. Don't those use AI to check AI? Maybe not. Surging boxes below 250, time to mass buy. I tend to agree. I have been saying this for months. Surging under 250, no-brainer investment, especially if you're new to the space. It makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense, in my opinion. What's your favorite card from Ascended Hero? Seems like it has something for everyone. I think the Forest Pikachu is my favorite card from Ascended Heroes. I love the simplicity. I like nature generally. Like I'm always choosing, like in video games, I like the nature spells. You know what I'm saying? Like I gravitate towards that, like grass type stuff. You know, druid and WoW or whatever. I like that. So to me, the simplicity of this card, Pikachu's centering on it, the art style, it's pretty phenomenal. So for me, that's my favorite card. Honorable mention though, Mega Scrafty, bro. I love Mega Scrafty for obviously what it means to my channel. And kind of the meme of Mega Scrafty, but also I think it's like kind of a phenomenal art style and looks really cool. And I'm certainly gonna, you know, get at least one in the future. Kind of a, you know, it's a defining art style just given like what people are doing in real life. You know, camping out at vending machines, flex, exactly. But yeah, no, this set is awesome. This set is awesome. But for me, it's the Pikachu. I do like the Gengar. I think it's great. I think you're capping if you don't like the Gengar, but for me, it's Pikachu. Surging is the best looking box of the era. It's pretty good. I think I prefer Destin though. I think I prefer Destin's box to Surging. I like the Giovanni Mewtwo situation there. But honestly, none of them really look that good. They're all pretty boring for the most part, unfortunately. It's kind of where we've moved to, isn't it? Pikachu feels like it could have been a 151. Ascended cases 1400, unsustainable. No, I've seen crazier things, man. It's not crazy to see that considering looser like 125, 130. Like, yeah, the premium is there on cases a little bit, but is it sustainable? Maybe not. Maybe not. But you know, cases are usually a little bit harder to buy as time goes on, just like elite trainer boxes. So I don't know. But yeah, guys, I think we'll end there. But it's been a very fun stream, kind of a different one, I feel like. But yeah, it was interesting to talk about a lot of the things we talked about. Yeah, really appreciate the support. Consider liking the stream. Again, it helps me out a lot. We'll be doing a Monday market update video tomorrow. Keep your eyes peeled for we'll do another stream this week. I might start introducing an additional stream to kind of collaborate with more people and just have more fun and, you know, create more of a space to talk and talk about the market and stuff. Either maybe probably not Tuesday, but maybe like a Wednesday night stream would make a lot of sense, or maybe Thursday. I'm still trying to figure it out because I usually post a video on Wednesdays. I don't think it really matters one way or another, but it's more about just putting out the right amount of stuff. So we'll announce that here, you know, pretty soon. Yeah, we'll definitely do it. We'll make a video probably on sets that I don't like that I'm never going to put money into, and maybe talk about that a bit more. You know, set picking, things like that, and talk about kind of the next 6 months, what that could look like in Pokemon. We know that money is going to flow into good sets, but I'm going to talk about specifically how I'm treating those sets. Because I think Chaos Rising is a little bit better than Perfect Order. And I think there's maybe a little bit more opportunity in the PCTBs. I might grab a box in MSRP if I'm available for the drop, if they ever drop it on Pokemon Center. But yeah, I think that'll be interesting to see. And then of course we'll talk about some other things too. But I think I'm vending in May, so quite a while from now. But all of my cards in my inventory for vending have just gone up in price. So, you know, it pays to have stuff right now. So that's kind of the theme for me, is continue to deploy capital. I will be getting a PO box soon, as in Monday. Monday I will have my PO box. So I'll be doing more buying from the community. If you want to send me art or a note, I will have that at some point. So yeah, that'll be interesting. I think that's all the announcements and things that I wanted to say. But again, I just want to thank you guys for the support. I really, really appreciate it. And I'm having a lot of fun. And I'm back. I'm healthy and feeling good. So we'll take care of the spider bite, and we'll continue doing our thing here. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you very soon tomorrow. Monday market update video. You know the drill. Price is going up every week. Come on now. It's crazy. It's crazy. We got a lot to talk about. So thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. We're almost at 7,000 subscribers, guys. Pretty crazy to say. I am very thankful for that, and thankful for each and every one of you. All right. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you in the Discord and comment sections around the world, or around the YouTube verse, and I'll see you soon. Peace.